Hello, welcome to Hobbies and Hyperfocus. We've got our coffee, we've got our stitching, let's do this shit. Hello, I'm Pam. My pronouns are she, her, and this is a channel about my hobbies, which generally are needlework related. We also talk about whatever comes into my head because I'm completely unscripted. So I've been having a hard time this week getting my brain in focus. So it's probably going to be all over the place, but I don't think anyone really cares. So we're just going to do this. It's November the 5th today, and this is episode 7, which we have named Let It Go November. I'm trying to let go of the whole feeling weird about this. I want to do it. I don't know why I want to do it, but I still feel a little bit fucking weird about sitting in my basement talking to my cat. Although this time I put a sticker on my ring light, so now I know where to look. I also decided today the eyeballs are being stingy from the contacts. So for now, I'm going to wear my glasses. And yes, they do glow in the dark, before you ask. And that's why I bought them. Okay, November the 5th. First things first, tarot card. So I got a new tarot deck. Thank you, Michelle Bendy Stitchy. You are the best bad influence. I have been looking for a new deck for probably 2 months. And I was at Indigo, which is like a Barnes & Noble for Canada. And I found this, the cat tarot. I am a cat person, so I thought I'll try this. It's so cute. So the card, as you've already seen, is Death, which let go of something. It's time to let go. It's time to mourn the loss. It's time to move on. It's a common card. It's one of the ones that everyone's afraid of, but it very rarely means physical death. So basically, it's time to let go. It's time to move on. You can see the kitty cat is moving on. He's going. He's either going across the Rainbow Bridge, he's on to his next life, he's on to his next adventure. The sun is coming up. I'm taking that as coming up, not going down. So there is a new thing coming on the horizon. And I really like this one. This is my first time using it. And it's really very cute. I generally don't go for cutesy tarot cards. I tend to be more of a serious ritual use type tarot person. But I decided that I'm going to try something a little bit more whimsical and see if it works. And if it doesn't, I will just give it to my 11-year-old because 11-year-olds need to learn the tarot. Apparently, it's a thing. Today, I have my Peter Pumpkinhead coffee cup. I love this coffee cup. It's black coffee. Okay. Let's do this. I also bought the whiteboard of doom, so I can put it up here. Where will we start? Okay. I don't know if I showed this last time, but I restarted the Sea Witch on the purple. I think I did mention it was because Maggie at Kitschy Whips and Alizy of Alizy is Creative. They mentioned they were doing their Sea Witch on the purple. And I thought, I'm just going to be a follower. So I bought this piece of fabric from Kim of Crafty Teacher DIYs. And I will look, I don't remember, I didn't write down what it was called before, I didn't put it in my Notion. So I'm going to have to look to what I put in last week, or last time I did it. Because I know I put the name of the fabric in. And I'm getting down to her tentacles here. Can't really see very well. But you can see, like, I'm getting down to the tentacles. That's the part I want to do the most. I really love this pattern. And turn this, oops, a little left brighter. Oh, warm. Sorry, I'm going to play around with that. So I really like this, and I really like the blobbiness of this. I think this is a Be Stitch Me fabric. Again, I will look back and put it in down below what it is. Or it might be coming up across the front. I don't know. I just randomly like put in transitions. I don't really keep track of what I'm doing. But that one I did, I think, a few hours on last week, and that was it. I probably put in only 100 stitches. What did it look? I think I also have what it looked like on the other fabric. Maybe I didn't. Apparently I didn't bring that down. So, oh, yes, this is what it looked like on the more uneven. It's a linen, but it was a loose weave, and I didn't like the loose weave, so I think it pops a lot better. Let's compare them. Let's compare them. Let's do a Darcy and just compare whatever. Do whatever. So we got. Here we go. You can see this one was a little bit, I think this might have been a 28 count. This is a 32 count or a 36 count. This is an even weave and this is a linen. But it looks, you can see it looks a lot better on the purple. It just pops a lot more. So I put some stitches into that. What else did I do? Oh, one of my older whips. This is the Blackwork. Sorry. The Steady Thread 2023 Botanical Blackwork. And it's a free stitch along. This is my first time really doing blackwork. So I put in, I think, this one, this one, this one, and that one. So like I put in 4 in the last little while. I'm still about 5 behind. So I have 36 weeks, 36 to weeks 40. So I'm doing it all with just 2 colors, and it's like, I think this is 30, the purple is I think 34, and the green is 580, I think 580 or 581. So I'm really liking that. I'm actually considering, she just brought out a Blackwork advent calendar that she's going to be doing for 2023, and I'm not Christian, so I don't go so full into Christmas. I do like Yule, and I will do some stuff that are more Yule and less Christian, but this is just like a tree. Actually, I'll just put up a picture. It's a tree, and then every day you get a little Blackwork design that you just put the baubles on the tree. And there's, I think, I'll put them up here. There's 2 or 3 trees. I think there's a reindeer one. I'll put them up so you can see them. But I want to do one of those. I've never done any of the advent calendar things. So for me, I've always wanted to do them, but I've never bought any adult advent calendars. I'm generally a big wine drinker, but I'm cutting back on that this year because as I've gone through the change of life, I find that it disrupts my life a lot more when I even drink a glass of wine. So I would like to find the coffee one, the coffee advent calendar. I love one of these years to do one of the boxes that comes. I really wanted to do the Evertotes one. I just couldn't pull the trigger on this year. So I didn't sign up for that one, but I'm going to JOMO that one. Joy of missing out. I'm going to really enjoy it from afar because I just couldn't commit at that time of the year to that amount of money, even though it was in Canadian. So thankfully I didn't have to like think about the exchange rate, but there's still like, what is December going to look like? And is it going to be heavily Christian oriented? Like, I always have to worry about those kinds of things and designs. I guess I don't have to worry about them, but I don't want to buy something sight unseen and not like it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I actually have, well, maybe for Christmas I will bring, for the Christmas season, I will bring it down here and have it. I actually have a wooden tree that I got from Costco about 3 years ago, and you just put your own things in it. So I might just do that. But I'd like to do, you know, like the wine one or the cheese one or the coffee one of these years. I just haven't. I tend to buy them for the kids though. I get the Lego ones, or one of the ones that my daughter got was, it was like LOL. She was into LOL dolls. So it was little things, like you had a tree and then it was baubles and little things and stickers and things to decorate the tree. Generally it's chocolates or candies of some kind. They like the Lindt ones a lot. Okay. Oh wait, back from the tangent of advent calendars and all that stuff. And this was the other one. I didn't do a whole lot of work on her. I did, if you can see, I'm gonna put her up close. I stitched her, I was watching The Nightmare Before Christmas and I got inspired by Sally. So I kind of made her look like she was like a sewn together person. Here we go. I'll just move it. So on her skin, which is the blue part, I just put stitches like she was sewn together, like Sally was on The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I got in the Krynic. So right here, this string is here so that I know this is where the moon starts, and it's all in Krynics. And I just found them in my stash. So I'll be putting that in, and then the trick or treat. I want to finish doing that. So I know Halloween is over, but Samhain isn't. The Samhain season lasts until Yule, pretty much. So that is my progress on the Trick or Treat Fairy. I'm enjoying her, but I also really enjoy a lot of Mirabilia designs, as I've mentioned before. So it's not shocking to me. I've had that one since it was in the magazine. Then, what I've been putting most of my effort into, I know I'm kind of rushing through this. I always feel so weird on screen, so this is where I am with my little brown bat. So you can see I got one wing, some of the leaves. I'm using all the called for, but in DMC. So I switched out charcoal, Weeks Dye Works for black, because number one, I don't use Weeks Dye Works, and number two, I can't get the classic color works or any, like I can't really get overdyed flosses really quickly here, so I'm just using all the colors in DMC. They're DMC conversion, so I got that. And we can see on here, here's the beaver. So it's on the one piece of oaken, over 40. And I kept thinking that maybe my problem that I was having with my temperature sal was with the 40 count, but I don't think it's the 40 count. I think it's just that it's black and I'm having a hard time with the darkness of the black, just seeing the holes. And I tend to like, I'm a linen stitcher. I will do linen or even weave. I do not enjoy the feel of Aida. I just don't. I haven't stitched on Aida since 1990, 91. Yeah, I haven't. When I first learned how to cross stitch from my grandmother, I did use Aida, but after that, as soon as I realized there was linen as an option, I switched to linen. And for the most part, I do 36 or 40 count. I like it small, but my eyes are not good enough that I can see like 46, 56, or 1/1. So I don't do a lot of small stitching anymore. These ones are from the Cottage garden samplings, and she has just, and I think it's a she. They've just announced their 2024 pattern. They do like 12 patterns a year in a theme, and I'll put the picture up here. It's gonna be houses or buildings of some kind, and I've seen the first one, January, which is hopefully the picture I'll put up here, and she's kind of put down what, not pictures of them, but what they will be, what the themes are for the other 11 months. I'm kind of considering it. I tend to do these ones where I just pick and choose. I didn't do all 12 of them. I didn't do, the swans didn't call to me. I'm not American, so the eagle wasn't something that I was drawn to. I like the fox, the bat, the beaver, the bear, and I still want to get the reindeer. So I'm thinking of doing that for 2024. I don't know what else to say about that. I'll talk about that in like 2024 plans, I guess. And the last thing I worked on in the last 2 weeks is, I'm going to put this behind here, is the Mermaids of the Season Sal. Ooh, is that, oh, here we go. Mermaids of the Season Sal. We're in summer now. Turn this down. Turn it down. There we go. And it's all pinks and reds, corals, I guess they're called. And I really like that one. Oh, that's much better. That's much truer to color right there. And I'm just working on her tail. I kind of focused on the bat a lot this last 2 weeks. I was really loving the 40 count linen. I was really loving the little bat, just doing something. And I'm just kind of random in what I do. So this is on 32 count Singing in the Rain by Fiberlicious Yummy Fiber Co. I was kind of disappointed when I found out, like, I wanted to join their fabric of the month, but they don't ship to Canada. So I'm still looking for a potential fabric of the month club that does ship to Canada that's affordable, because I'd like to try and do that once too. I find it so hard to get a hold of fabric that, you know, like if it was just delivered to me, that'd be great. Great. Okay. So that's pretty much all I actually stitched on. I didn't do any knitting. I didn't do any sewing. My sock is very close to the end and I haven't finished it. Yeah. I don't know. I just haven't. So the next thing, as I rush through this, go blah, 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 is I got my pattern and my linen for the Most Magnificent Ink Circles Round Robin Part 2. And I have chosen to go with Forest Path. So this is the one, the pattern I've picked out. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep changing this, but I don't know which looks better. So I've done the Forest Path by Ink Circles. This is the pattern. I'm just gonna do it in DMCs because, again, it has 5 colors of classic Colorworks, and of those I might have sticks and twigs. That might be the only one I have, or hickory sticks. That one's not one called for, but that's the only ones I have. So I'm gonna just sub out regular DMC. It's easy to get. If anyone runs out of it, I can just, it's easy for them to replace during the round robin. And then I chose to do, what is it called? It's 36 count Highland in Edinburgh linen by Picture This Plus. I just thought that looked pretty with the yellows and the greens. So I have that all ready to go. And I hear a little human. Little human. Oh, a medium-sized human and Lord Marshmallow the third.
Yeah.
This is Lord Marshmallow.
It's
the third.
The first.
It sounds much more sinister if you say he's the third of something. It's like he has already taken over the world twice. He's my hamster. He's a cutie. See how cute he is. Who couldn't love that face? Look at the face. Oh, the face. He's so cute. Okay. So that is the Ink Circles Most Magnificent Round Robin Part 2 plans. I don't think we're sending that out until January. I really have to check on this, how this works. This is the first round robin I've been in where I actually have to send something to somebody else, and I don't know who I'm sending it. I don't know when I'm sending it, so I probably should check into that like reasonably soon. I think we're sending the first round is sent in I think they said January, or we start in January and it's sent in March. It's every 3 months. So I've gotten the pattern, I've got the linen. I can get the DMC, it's not that hard to get. I also finally got myself some Bradley's balloons, which I have seen this on so many patterns and so many things, and I just like, I need this. It's rainbowy, it's beautiful. So my plan for this one is my second Blackwork design that I've been wanting to do is the Tree of Life Botanical, and you do the tree in, I'm going to do it in like a trunk color, so like either the classic colorworks that I still have, I think it's Hickory Sticks is the brown one I have, or just, you know, 3371 or yeah, 3371, or a dark color like that, like a brown. And then the Bradley's balloons for all of the different leaves, the Blackwork leaves. I saw that Imogen X Stitch, she did that, and I was like, I love that, because I have a great affinity for trees and leaves. I love everything with trees and leaves, so I thought that's a great idea. I'm going to steal that idea. I'm stealing ideas from everybody, so I really don't care. That's the whole idea of having a floss community, is so that we can get ideas from each other. And some of these things I would never have thought of, like the purple. I would not have thought to do that on my own. I would have just gone, okay, it's on like cream color, I will do it on cream color. No, I've learned in the past year to like substitute and convert, like the fairy conversion, where I converted her from a white lady, very pale, to a zombie lady, which seems much more Halloween to me. More plans. Will I do them? Fuck if I know. I went to Michael's yesterday and I got these two flosses. I already had black and I already had a white sort of cream color, and these are, I'm going to stitch a stitch for Palestine. I know that I'll try and link the account here, but I think those colors are very much the colors of the flag. I tried to match them, but I have a very hard time just thinking colors in my head. I'll try and put a picture here of the design that I want to try and do. It's not the one with the guy in the flag, kind of like a hand gliding one. I want to do the one with the flags and the calligraphy. I'll put it up here if I can find it. And then the last thing was the hashtag what the hell Jacob Sal that is starting in January, and that is with the Modern Folk Embroidery 2024 stitch along. I'll put the pattern here. I have a lot of patterns up here. This is why I sit over here, so I can put things over here. I'll show the design, but I don't know what combination. Like, I'll probably do it on a cream or white, but so far I'm thinking either these two. I don't know if you can see these two colors, so it's like 890 and 3834. So 890 and 3834. It's like a purple and a green. Or maybe, I'm not sure I like this one. 3746 and 3834. Or brown. Again, 938 with one of those two colors. Or green. Like this. So I'm mulling over different color combinations. And it's like, I hate when they don't just tell me what to stitch, the colors to stitch with. But again, that's all done, all designed in the Roxy Flosstube. And although I can get them, they're in Canada. The conversion isn't the issue. They're like much more expensive than DMC. So they're probably high quality. I've never seen them. I've never gotten any, but I'm imagining they're pretty good. Everybody raves about them, but I have a hard time spending $5 on 10 meters of floss when I can get something similar for 75 cents. And I know that's not how you're supposed to think about it, but I have a hard time pulling the trigger on those kinds of things. So I might change my mind and go with a Mississippi silk. Like I'd like to do like a reddy orange one with either black or dark brown as the second color. Or I might bite the bullet and order some of the Roxy Flosstubes or Brin & Needle. Something a little bit more fancy. But I think I'm gonna pull the trigger and join the what the hell Jacob Sal for the 2024 Modern Folk Embroidery. I can't remember the name of the design, but I really like, I'm drawn to things that have more pagan symbols, and to me trees are pagan symbols, moon phases. I really like animals, so like stags and birds and squirrels. So all of those things are drawing me to this pattern, and I know everybody and their dog and their cat and their hamster is doing this pattern, but what the hell, Jacob? It's beautiful. So yeah, doing that one. I've got a lot of plans for somebody who can't remember where she puts her phone 90% of the time. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I still am planning to sew some bags, some needlework project bags. I still have some rip dye because I was going to dye some linen, some fabric. So I have charcoal gray and dark green. These are colors that I like. I have many things that I'm still trying to start, such as, which is this one, Lady Mirabilia, and things that are sitting in my stash that I haven't touched for a while, like my long dog or the Mermaid Aquabella. I also have printed out all of the highs and low temperatures. You can't really see that. This is the highs and lows in Celsius for October. So it's time for me to start working on October for the temperature stitch along. And my life is kind of getting out of control busy, but that's just how it is in November and December. I'm not going to be going to the Jingle Ball because that weekend is a weekend, and pretty much the only weekend in December, where we're already booked. We're booked for a work event, the Christmas party events that are going on early for my work. I've worked there for 10 years now, but will they remember that I've worked there for 10 years? Will I get the 10-year gift? It's usually a watch, but I already have a watch, so I didn't get my 5-year pen that everybody else got, because during my 5-year I was technically on mat leave. I was still called in and did a lot of work for them, but I didn't get my pen, and so I'm kind of not hanging my hat on the idea that they will remember that I will be, that it will even be mentioned at the Christmas party. That's when they do all these events. I'm still working towards my Cap M. I'm still working on my courses on dyslexia. I'm still working with my daughter, hopefully getting her a little bit more, we're working on fluency this month. Fluency is like the ability to read in a flowing manner, and she struggles really hard with that. I apparently struggle very hard with that while I'm talking, but not while I'm reading. I would like to just go to work, come home, and stitch. Not do the housework, not do the cleaning. Ugh. In the wintertime, that's all I really want to do. And, you know, I just really can't do that. And this is probably a good time to end because I have nothing else stitching related to talk about. Nothing else hobby related to talk about. And well, it is what it is. The world will just keep on going. We will just keep on stitching. And with that, I ask you to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, maybe comment. And I will see you in 2 weeks, hopefully with some progress on something. Bye for now.